Hey boys and girls, welcome back to Welding Myers Old Iron. You know, this is going to be kind of a sad video for some of you. Kind of was for me in the beginning, but I'm feeling good about everything. And you will too when you see where this rig winds up, because it's going to a good home. So I'm not going to say more. We'll just get into the video. Most of you knows what's going on, but I'll just show you. Anyway, catch you in a little bit. Well, this is the last time I'll ever drive old Jimmy Hoffen. I'm on my way to beat the transport truck right now. It's bittersweet. I'm going to miss the old truck, but it's going to a better home than I'm giving it. The guy said when it gets there, he's going to load it up with tools and put it to work. And I said, boy, that makes me happy. That's exactly the kind of life this truck should have. So it's good. Hope you enjoy this as much as I have, Tony. I left the horseshoe was right there when I got this truck 15 years ago, and I'm going to leave it there for you. It's got pretty good luck in it. Alright, we'll see you when we get to the truck. Fire in the hose!
I do believe my pants are on fire. Third Rattler up.
Guy unloaded both these trucks. Now he's going to back this one on. I would certainly have thought that he would want Jimmy Hoffa up front, or at least in the middle. It says he's going to put it on the back. I don't know. You know, Jimmy Hoffa's engine weighs, that 6-cylinder weighs 795 pounds without fluids. Excuse me. The train. I'm not going to include all the footage because it took him about at least an hour and a half to reload this truck and get Jimmy on the back. And then when he did get it on the back, it was hanging off the rear end. And he wound up having to move both these trucks again. He backed that one further up and then pulled that Ford closer to it. And yeah, it took him a long time to get that truck loaded. And he's going to put all this weight on the back. On the tail, behind the axle. Wow. Okay. He's doing an inspection. Hope there's no damage when it gets there. Oh boy. I said, do you know about Grandma Lo? And he goes, no. La abuela. I was going to offer to drive it up, but I didn't want to insult him.
Right? Yeah. I offered to help him.
Yeah, I don't think he used the clutch too much.
Yeah. Good thing that Dodge is driving an automatic.
Yeah. He'll get it. It'll crawl pretty good in that low gear, but you're gonna have to goose it a little. I was using a new camera when I filmed this, and I didn't realize that it was set to shut off after 15 minutes. So I lost about an hour of footage, but he backed up and tried it. It took him about 6 or 8 times to finally get it on the trailer, and then he had to back it off and move both of those other trucks up some more to get the front of Jimmy anywhere near the axles, and then it was still kind of hanging off the back end, but you'll see that. there goes Jimmy. I don't know. I still think the first steep hill he goes down, he's going to wish that truck was in the middle. I don't know. I ain't no transport driver. Okay, I'm gonna rant. This is a title. This happens to be a title for old Fred the Flatbed. But I sold another truck, and I signed the title like you're supposed to do, and I followed the directions, and it says, "Seller, please detach here." So this is the seller's report, and what this does is to fill this out and send it in, and that relieves you of liability. After you sign this title, then you're no longer responsible for whatever happens to that truck. If a new owner wrecks it, and you're not liable anymore for any damage. Once you detach this and send it in, it says detach here. It says that. So that's what I did. I followed the direction, sent it to the guy in Missouri that bought the truck, and he takes it to his Department of Licensing, and they won't accept it. They said, no, when you detach this, it voids the title. What? Okay, so here's the deal. Now they've got this new thing, because I've sold these rigs all along down through the years, and I just did what it said to do. And, well, no, if you detach that, it voids the title. What? What are you talking about? Well, they've got a new law now, because the reason they do that, they penalize you for doing what they tell you to do. You follow the directions, and they penalize you for that. It voids the title. Now he's got to send that title back to me, and a clean Washington title. He's got to send it back to me so I can take it, have it in hand, and take it down there and apply for a new title. And the new ones are different. I guess they don't have this on it. And the reason for that is here's the deal. So the state now, they charge you $13 for release of liability on a title. So it's just another way for them to get, just dollar you to death, get just a little more blood out of a turnip, So they've changed things, and all you politicians over there in Olympia, let me tell you something. I'm sure y'all watch my channel, and I just want to tell you, I got no sympathy for any of you. I don't care what side of the fence you're on. I just want you to know, I hope your rat rod burns, and I hope your truck falls off the lift. That's what I got to say about that. It seems like I just keep digging myself deeper. I just keep getting deeper and deeper. I've been in town, I didn't hardly sleep last night, and I had to get up early, and been in town doing a bunch of stuff today, and I got home and I just want to take a nap, but I can't. I thought, I better get out there in this shop, better get with it, because I just keep digging myself deeper. Hindsight. I wish now I had just swapped out that whole bed. And, Harmon kept talking about, all the work it would be to prep the inside of that bed to paint it. And I know he's right about that, but what I could have done was just swap the bed and then put bed liner in it up to under here on the inside, and wouldn't have had to prep it. I had to still have sand it to make it stick, but it's not like prepping it for paint. But no, I didn't do that. No, I tore the whole side panel out of it. Now I'm finding out that this thing's a wreck. It's a piece of junk. This is broken in here. That ain't supposed to be like that. There's a piece of metal in there I'm going to have to hammer out and weld back up. Of course, that's not real visible. I know that, but I know Harmon too, and he's going to make it nice. And then I discovered there's a big bow in this, and he goes, don't worry about that. He said, bolt it up the truck, and we'll lay a 2x4 in there and whack her back down. Well, I know he can do that, because that's what he did with that hood up there. But you know, I've got a big thing in here to do. I'm gonna have to fix, and he goes, yeah, we'll pull that out, you know. And I know, but it's just more and more work. And but that's got to be done before I put this thing on. Well, no, it wouldn't have to be, because that's the back end. So anyway, no nap for me. Ah, man, I just yeah, I gotta tell you what, I gotta hand it to my buddy old Dan at DD Speed Shop. I tell you what, that guy, he puts in the hours, you know. He built that car in a month and drove it 1,700 miles to this event, you know. And man, he got a lot of energy, you know. Works full-time job, works out in that shop till midnight every night. And I know what kind of hours it takes to do that stuff, and he puts in the hours, boy. And you don't see it all in the video, I guarantee you. He reminds me of a guy I used to know a long time ago. But anyway, yeah, this bedside it's never going to be as nice as that other one was. Boy, that was a nice bed. That was an 80 something off a newer model, but it had the dual gas doors on it. And somebody said, well, now you're going to have one with a gas cap, one with a door. I go, no, my plan is to cut that other door out and weld it into this one. But it's all just a lot of work, you know. But you know, who created this mess for you, Waylon? Who did this? Who built this life for you? You did. So, you know, I made this mess, so now it's up to me to bury it. So I guess I better quit whining and just get with it. I don't know what else to do. You see that piece of metal right there? That's supposed to be connected to that piece down there. I'm gonna have to bend that down, and this is up too. I'm gonna have to beat that down. I don't know. I wish I had a better bedside, but this is what I got, I guess. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out how to get that down so I can tack that back together. And I got some welding to do here and right here, and that stuff's pretty thin, but I can work with it. I can deal with it. Yeah, that's welded cracked from there all the way over to here. Okay, Waylon, pull up your big girl panties and get busy. Okay, this is it's not working out. I've got to get this thing secured somehow so I can beat and bang on it. I think I'll pick it up with the lift, with those lift extensions, because they'll hook under this bedside. I think that's what I'm going to do. It's heavier than you think it is. Well, that's not going to fall, but still it's not sturdy enough to be working on. I think I'm going to have to put it back on the floor, angle it out this way. Boy, I hate to have it set on that point. I guess I'll set it on some blocks. You guys have to bear with me, you know, I'm just learning as I go here. We did a grafting job for an old boy, and well, we got a lot of mileage out of him. He's a great big guy, had a real deep voice. If he didn't quite know how he was going to go about something, he'd say, well, boys, I'm just going to have to fly naked on this one. Boy, they grafted me and my grafting crew. We got some mileage out of that, I'll tell you. We were flying naked for years. It's not going to be a very comfortable height, but well, that's not a very comfortable height, but this is not a very comfortable job. Oh, this has got to come in a little, but then this has got to come out a lot. Harmon will just have to forgive my transgressions. That's pretty close. getting to be pretty good, believe it or not. Ooh, I'm liking that. Matter of fact, I think I might tack that right there. Yep, I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna tack it. Let me get the welder over here. All right, I got that welded up so that Harmon can beat on it or smear a little mud on it or whatever he wants to do it. This, yeah, we're not going to SEMA, obviously. I got to grind that down underneath where I welded, but that all came together in there. And yeah, it's back to where it once was. So I feel pretty good about that. I got a long way to go. Well, that's gonna need a little work, but BTN, that's what I'll always tell Victor, better than nothing. Well, I just talked to Harmon, and I was all stressed out about not having that bedside on, and I can't do it by myself, and I was telling him he was gonna have to help me, and he said, well, I'm happy to do that, but he said, you don't want to do that yet. He said, we want to paint the backside of that bedside before you put it on, and he told me a lot of things. I gotta strip the backside of these doors and the inside of these doors, and there's a lot of sanding to do on these doors to get them ready to jam and get the backside painted. And I've got to go Tuesday to pick up the other door. I can't use that one that I had fit up on the driver's side. It's just a piece of junk. So my friend Webb, good old Webb from Bremerton, he come through again, man. The guy that brought me that foghorn, he's a gift that just keeps on giving. And he thought he had one for me. He got home, turned out it was the right-hand side, but then he located another one. So I'm gonna go meet him up on the top of Snoqualmie Pass. That's halfway for both of us. So bless his heart, he's a good man. He's gonna meet me up there and bring me that door. And I'm going to take him some apples, and that'll work out good. And there's I was telling Harmon there's a few dings and stuff in the inside of that bed panel, but I don't care about that. This is, there's one right there, and there's another one there. I don't care about that. I'll haul stuff in this truck, and it's just fine. I mean, look at the inside of this thing. It's got scratches, and it's not all beat up too bad, but there's a little ding right there. So that was in there when it was painted. So I'm doing just as good a job as the body shop did, getting it ready. So anyway, yeah, and he said we got to paint these fenders. The inside's got to be painted because you see that from the engine bay, and I didn't even think about that. So he's going to come up and give me some directions, and it's going to be a lot of sanding what it's going to be, but that's all right. I just got to get this thing together. So yeah, I was thinking I had to try and get this thing mounted tonight by myself so he could come up tomorrow, and what a relief. I'm glad I gave him a call. But I am going to get the truck over here in this bay and start pulling that other bedside and that fender off, I think. Well, I got the inside of these door panels to take off too, but I don't know. There's just lots to do, but we'll just keep chomping away on this big elephant. All right, thank you guys, and thanks for all the really nice comments. So many nice comments and words of encouragement, and I'm glad you guys like hanging out here in the shop with me. So. I don't know if that's the end of this video or not. I don't know how much footage I have. But, well, what a day. This right here, this is a poor man's side-by-side right here. Ain't she a jewel? I don't know about this door. I've already called Webb and asked him about that one in his basement because this don't look so pretty good to me. I'm gonna hit it with a grinder a little bit, but I think it's gonna go right through. I didn't inspect this truck as good as I should have. I just thought it was the answer from an outside glance, but boy, now that I'm an experienced body man and all, ha! Ain't that a hoot? Yeah, now I know a little bit more about what to look for. Oh boy. Well, I'm going to go in and eat some supper, and then I'm going to come back out and rip into this like a monkey on a cupcake. There's no need to film it because, as far as I know, it comes off just like the other one did, and you already saw that, so I won't bore you with it. But we'll make some more movies when we put it back on. There's a long way to go before that happens, so stay tuned. All right, thank you. All right, fellers and fellerettes, that's going to do it for this one. Y'all keep the shiny side up and the rubber side down, and I sure do appreciate you.